You and your wife are going to disagree. Whether that becomes conflict is up to you. I'm Lesli Dories, your marriage coach, creator of the Hero Husband Project, and owner of Foundations Coaching. And the truth of the matter is, any two people will eventually disagree about something. And you and your wife aren't any different. But the determination of whether or not it becomes conflict is one that you get to make. And if you decide that it's conflict and you're either going to gear up and go to all out war, or you're going to avoid it at all costs, it's going to upend your relationship. Because the truth of the matter is, conflict can't be avoided. It can only be postponed. And the longer you postpone it, the harder it's going to be to deal with. And a lot of the disagreements between you and your wife are things that actually don't have to be resolved. But if you put it in terms of your ego or your sense of self, you're going to have a problem. You're going to end up in a control, a fight for control. I hear that word a lot. I hear, well, my wife is trying to control me. No, she's not. Nor are you trying to control her. What you're both trying to do is to have things your way, which is what you're comfortable with. And as I've said before, and I will say again, marriage is not designed for comfort. Marriage is designed to test you, to make you question and make you make decisions that if you were left on your own, you would never make. And that's not a problem. And by the way, and if you want that, don't get married because you are going to disagree. And again, disagreement's a given, fighting is a choice. We don't have to turn a disagreement into a conflict. That is an exercise that you get into or she gets into because I want my way and I want it now. Now, that's not a good position if you're wanting to have a successful marriage. Neither is the alternative, which is rolling over and giving in at every opportunity because her emotional reactions are upsetting to you. The fact that she's upset about the fact that she's upset that you disagree with her about something is not about you. It's about her. Now, unless you are specifically doing it to create tension between the two of you, and if you're doing that, please stop because it's not going to work. But if you're actually maintaining your position, and by the way, both of you can get to your opinions from the same set of facts. I'm not a big believer in alternative facts, but if you can get there from the same set of facts, both of your opinions are valid. And now the question is, what do you do with it? And according to John Gottman, who is the big guru in marriage and relationship research, 2/3 of your disagreements don't have to be resolved. You get to fold the towels your way. She gets to load the dishwasher her way. Okay, if I want to agree to that, that's fine. It's not a big deal. But the fact that she loads the dishwasher differently from me in the grand scheme of things isn't going to make a difference unless you decide to die on that hill. So the bigger question is, what do you do with the disagreements that actually need to be resolved? And this is when you have to be willing and able to look at what is the goal? What are we trying to accomplish here? And what is the best way to do it? And why am I wedded to my position? Where is the room for movement? Because that's really the test on a marriage. It's like, am I committed to this thing bigger than me? Am I willing to examine my way? Am I open to a different way if it brings peace and harmony to the house? Now, I don't think you should agree to something with the idea of, oh, I'm going to avoid conflict, because as I said before, you're not going to avoid it, you're just going to postpone it. But when you have a real way of dealing with your differences, a healthy, productive way, you're going to take a whole lot of the work out of marriage. I don't think marriage should be work. If you are working at your marriage, you're not knowing how to do something better. And if you're interested in that, if you want to know how to resolve your differences in a loving, respectful, relational way, then I invite you to get in touch with me. I'm going to be running a workshop in May, more details to follow, about how to do this, how to have these good conversations so that you build intimacy with your partner, not destroy it. So if you're interested in that, please put a note down in the comments section saying to let you know when that's coming. But if you want immediate help, then I invite you to get in touch with me, either by direct message, putting something down in the comments below, or sending me an email at leslie@foundationscoachingnc.com, and we'll get you on the right track. Because pushing and arguing and fighting against your partner is not what either one of you want, nor is it actually building the goodwill that your relationship requires. So hopefully this has been helpful, and if you like this, please subscribe to the channel so that you'll be getting these videos as they come out. And until next week, stay loving.